Hi guys, thank you for joining me today. As you know, it is spring now, we're in the spring season, and that means the start of tapping the birch trees. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I've got I'm tapping a few birch trees at the moment, and I'm just going to demonstrate on this birch tree here how it's done. Got to kind of time the right time to tap the tree. You've only got a short window in the beginning of spring really to tap the tree. So you'll know, because if you look and study the birch tree, you'll see that the buds are just beginning to form, and that is the time that you want to start tapping. So you can see that the leaf buds are just starting to break. So that is your indicator that the sap is rising. So the process of the sap and how it works is, in the winter months it is stored underground in the roots, and when spring comes round and the weather typically starts to get warmer, the sap rises up the tree to the crown, where it gives nutrients to the buds to form into leaves. So the birch tree has to be one of my favourite trees for its many uses. It's got so many different and useful uses, and today I'm going to be showing you one of them, which is the sap that it produces. So what I'm doing now is just looking for a flat area of the tree. So I've picked this spot as it's a good height for me to auger, and so I'm going to tap into this bit here using my auger. So as this forest that I'm in is quite dense, the branches tend to grow higher up as they're all fighting for sunlight. So there isn't many trees that have branches low down, so you can't do the method where you snap the branch and put a bag on it. There's loads of different methods you can do to collect the sap, but I'm going to tap into the tree, put a tap there and a pot, and let it drip in there. So it doesn't need any attention, it does it on its own. It's quite simple, and I can be getting on with other things while that process is taking place. So here I have all the equipment that I need for tapping the tree with this technique. So with me I've got a Scotch eye auger, which I will leave a link in the description. It's really good, and I used this last year, so I know it works efficiently. I've got just a piece of wood that slots in there, so you can get a lot of momentum and movement to get that into the tree. I've got my silky saw for cutting wood for my tap and my plug at the end, which I'll explain later. Got a knife for making my tap, getting the groove in there, and to fitting my plug and the tap to size of the hole. And then the pot, so you can have different size pots, but I'm going to use this one, and that's for collecting the sap in. So to find the diameter of the auger, this is the technique I use. So this is the piece of wood I'm using for my tap. I'm just going to twist it round. And then I'm just going to make a little indent. Of how wide I want it to be. So I'll just score a circle in the wood. So when it comes to taking material off, I know how small I want it to be. So here's my tap, and now I'm just going to shape it so it has a groove for the sap to flow into my container. So I'm decreasing the diameter of the stick here so it matches the circle and the hole that I'm going to make in the tree, so it'll fit nice and snug. I've finished my tap now, so I'm going to start augering into the tree. So I'm drilling at an upward angle, so gravity does the work for me. It drips into my pot. So already I'm starting to see some sap. Got my mallet, I'm just gonna tap my tap in there. And I can see the sap coming down the groove already. So now it's just a waiting game. I'm gonna sit and relax in my hammock and just wait and keep checking up on the taps and see how they're going. So here is another one of the taps I've put in the trees. So I tried to get an area where there's quite a few birch trees, so they're all pretty close together. So here's another one. As I didn't have another hanger, I used a strap. So you can use rope or any type of strap to attach your container or cup or whatever you're using to collect the sap. And I used some toilet roll for this. So yeah, that's acting as a bit of a wick. And that system is actually doing really well. So you can, if you want to, place some sort of material like a piece of cloth or a shamag over the top so bits of debris don't fall into your liquid. But I'm just going to strain it afterwards and filter out all the little bits of wood and debris. So the sap here is full of nutrients and vitamins. Our ancestors actually would stock up on this sap as they've had a hard winter and you can't get much vitamins. So they would drink lots of this to set them up for the year and kind of catch up on all the nutrients that they missed out on in the winter. So I'm just going to read off some of the benefits of the sap. It lowers your cholesterol. You can get weight loss, so it gets rid of excess salt, uric acids. It supports your liver, and it's really good as it gets rid of toxins like saturated fat and alcohol. You get clearer, brighter skin. So when you rub this on your skin, it protects it from UV rays and pollution. So that's when applied direct to your skin. It's wound healing, so it heals the skin to help conditions such as eczema and acne. It helps with arthritis and swelling. It promotes good oral health, prevents cancer cells, helps with hair growth, stomach and lung disease it prevents, and it prevents eye and skin disease also. So it has so many benefits to this, and it's also good for detoxing and replenishing nutrients and vitamins. This process is probably the most important bit when tapping a tree. This bit in here is called the plug. So basically what I'm doing is putting that back into the hole so that it doesn't leak and kill the tree, because the sap is basically like the tree's blood. If I don't put for example a plaster back on there, all the blood's gonna come out and kill the tree, because it's gonna lose all of its sap. So I've got to put that in and secure the hole, and it's gonna scab over. So I've taken the bark off on the inside so it doesn't spread infection. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. I hope you can get out there and get some sap for yourself, but please remember to put the plug back in at the end. So take care.